I'm BG, and I'm retired, and I'm the wife of Lee.
I'm Lee, and I'm BG's husband. This house is over 100 years old.
It's elaborate. It's a beautiful house to begin with because it's Victorian, it's Queen Anne style.
People on the outside don't know we have a long ways to go on the inside.
I'm Laura, and BG and Lee are my parents. Their house is just things everywhere. Once you're through the door, it's just overwhelming.
Well, I know that I didn't have things that I might have wanted when I was growing up. That set me off on a pattern of trying to get those things and trying to make sure my kids had those things. Oh, my current relationship with Lee is not good. We are legally separated.
It's an untenable situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of friction. I feel that he sabotages whatever I do.
My wife has a certain number of axes to grind.
Oh, that was a nice thing to say, as usual.
And is very good at grinding them.
Lee has 99.99% control. He's a complete control freak.
Yeah, hold this. Here. No. Dump them in.
He actually boarded up every doorway.
I think that there is a long history of disagreements. We had a big fight. She did file for divorce. I intended to be married until I died. A divorce was never part of anything I would consider. She doesn't understand divorce. She doesn't understand community property. She doesn't understand any of that.
I'm not happy living in this situation. We are financially bound to the house, and I cannot leave and he cannot leave. There's no ability for one person to go somewhere and live somewhere else because the person who's remaining cannot pay for the house.
If we get a divorce, whatever financial planning I was able to do, it'll screw it up.
Yes, I would say there is a crisis. I think if we don't get this mess cleaned up, that it's going to destroy me, and/or it will destroy Lee.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I'm a professional organizing expert, and I specialize in hoarding. We're here. We're ready to go. I've got 20 people. Go, go, go.
It's brand new, and look at it now. It's got a thing on it. It was pushed and shoved. We need to set some standards. We've got the house locked now. We need to get something straight because I'm not going to glue and replace everything I own.
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding.
We haven't even started yet, and they're telling us that things are broken.
Well, be careful of this, and the guy's here. I come back, and then this is destroyed.
We've been working, 15 minutes maybe, and the whole process is stopped.
I've had it. I've said be careful.
They've locked their house. We can't get in. We can't do the work. There might not be a project here.
Dorothy, are you in here?
All right. I have to lock that. I have explicit instructions.
Well, they can't. We can't lock them out of the house.
But they're not to be in here without him. I'm just telling you what I'm told. I'm not.
No, I
I'm
understand.
not going against it.
I understand. Lee,
Yes.
we can't get stuff out of the house if the front door is locked. We can't have the front door locked because we can't get in and out. We're trying to do a service for you. You've got to give us a little bit.
You want to sell stuff. You've been talking about doing a yard sale. Well, guess what? If you choose to say yes, I have an entire team who's ready to post signs right now.
Can they sell it?
And they can sell it for you.
Works for me.
Oh my God, I don't believe it! No way! Woo!
Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Dorothy.
But at the end of the day, we want to know whether it's really selling. If it's not, then you need to come clear that yard sales aren't the way for you.
Donate? Free? What would you...
Free.
Okay.
You think you could take the trampoline with you?
If I come back.
Go ahead, take a spin on it. It'll be great.
Okay.
For all these years, Lee's been talking about having a yard sale. And this is his long plan that he's had forever. And this was gonna be the reason why they've got the Hoard, because he's ready for the yard sale. He's not at the yard sale. He's not even there. And then every once in a while he appears and takes something back out and puts it back in the yard. Not a very good yard sailor. Okay, welcome everybody. Good morning. Morning. Okay, first things first.
We're not here to do garage sales or yard sales. That's the first time in history that we've ever done that. What we were trying to actually do was to prove a point that most of your stuff was not stuff that people were going to purchase.
It was a 7-hour yard sale. We had 93 customers. We sold virtually nothing. Going forward, we want to give you a living room today that you can host your grandkids in, trick-or-treating, whatever is coming
You want
up.
to do that, and I do know that, and I do appreciate that.
Works for all of us. Perfect.
And you're shooting the You have time for that. God. I told you how many times? 1,000? You need to deal with your stuff because you're going to complain all night and I'm going to have to listen to it. Listen to me now. Yes. These are the ones you said you were keeping. Do you have to keep those? You got to deal with this, okay? We've had 5 fights in the last hour because he won't help me. First, this has been a problem for 40 years. It was in our son's room. I wanted it to get gone. He takes something like this and puts it in my hallway. Then he puts boxes on it, then he puts more boxes on it, and then furniture and boxes and furniture and boxes. Nothing goes where it belongs, and then nothing makes sense, and you can't get to anything.
That's correct.
I want this out, I want this out. And he knows, I've just argued with him for an hour. He won't touch anything, but he wants to keep the stuff. I can't get any help.
They won't help
Okay.
you.
Oh, no.
Lee and BG should have gotten rid of at least 15 truckloads worth of stuff. They got rid of 2. We cleared the stairways, we cleared the hallways so that if there's a fire, they actually can get the fire department in here. That was my mission. Anything beyond that was like, woohoo! And just so happened we gave them a living room back. And it's beautiful. Let's go into a living room where you could have some holidays and family.
Ow! Oh my gosh.
Good job.
I'm really concerned. I think it's great that we cleared a room, but that's all we did. All we did was move all your stuff downstairs. We really didn't do anything for you.
I feel you did.
I appreciate that. My concern is that you guys are still sticking to your stuff. You're not letting it go. On top of that, there is so much tension in this relationship between the two of you. And even though we've cleared a space, it's also cleared a space for the two of you to argue more, to bicker more, and to get into the issues more. So it's gonna be critical that you follow up with some therapy because you guys aren't gonna survive it. I hope that you guys can make a commitment to keep this space off limits to any box.
Well, I do need to put back in the living room whatever belongs in the living room that's in the yard.
Dr.
Okay.
Zazio, I call it a clutter-free zone.
Yep.
I'm certain that there's going to be a couple pieces of furniture to go back in there. Yeah, it's pretty barren.
The hallway and the stairs
Yes.
must not have a stitch on it.
The hallway looks very lonely and, just, not happening.
You put one thing down, it's like it breeds another and breeds another.
I am really worried about Lee and BG. If they don't follow through with aftercare services, it's only a matter of time before they bring in more stuff because they don't have any insight. I don't believe that they're going to be successful.
I'm Manny, and I like to collect almost anything that can be recycled. My wife dreamed that the police had come into the house and took the grandkids. She said, we need to clean up the whole house so it'll be clean if it does happen.
I'm John, and Manuel's my dad. My dad had a messy house. He kept on telling me he was cleaning it up, and I believed him.
I'm Janellen, and I am Manuel's daughter-in-law. We knew he was our dirty housekeeper, but we didn't have a babysitter. We couldn't afford it. We had no other choice but for Manuel to watch him.
This environment is not exactly that safe for the children. When I opened the door, she noticed that there was a toy car in there and a clutter. I opened the door, and they told me about the search warrant. I figured they just wanted to make sure the kids were fine.
The police officer called me, and I couldn't get a hold of John.
I was at home sleeping because I worked overnight. When I get the call, I hear my wife crying, and I just rushed over to my dad's house. And the cops are there, and we tell them that we don't even live here. Then all of a sudden, I'm sitting in the backseat of a cop car. Looking back at my kids watching me, that broke my heart. I busted out crying.
My 3 younger kids are trying to figure out what's going on, and my 9-year-old knows.
My grandson, Joshua, told me, Grandpa, your mess is getting us taken away from Mommy and Daddy.
Child endangerment is a state felony, and we could get up to 6 months in jail.
I'm not a type of person that has a messy house. I have to have my house clean.
They didn't really look at my house until after they took him away.
The CPS lady showed up, the same one that was at my dad's house, and took close-ups of all the negative stuff and then tried to say that both houses were bad.
They didn't say what I needed to do to the house. They just looked at the negative stuff.
I felt bad for the whole thing, but what could I do? I couldn't do anything. I was so many years trying to clean up and failing.
He doesn't take the blame for anything. He blames me, blames John, blames everybody else but himself.
I haven't been inside yet.
I haven't either.
I'm Dr. Robin Zazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding. You do see that this was not a safe home for your children.
Yes.
John and Janellen knowingly putting their children in this environment absolutely would lead to a charge of child endangerment.
Dr. Zazio sat me down and was explaining why the CPS was concerned. I fully understand. We're fixing the problems. We're getting our kids back.
My name is Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner specializing in biohazard and hoarding. This is all crumbling around you because of the hoarding. Hopefully, Manny will start to realize how important this is that he lets go of stuff so the grandchildren can go to his house again. We need to get this area cleaned up.
The dishes, Liz is gonna take care of that. I can't throw anything away here because it's all hers.
I'm Liz and Manny is my husband.
So you're giving permission for him. If he says throw it away, it can be thrown away?
Yes.
She just said yes.
Even the dishes?
Even the dishes.
All this was here when they were staying here?
Mm-hmm.
That just upset me so bad, so I just turned around and walked out.
I'm sorry. I can't take it.
I can't believe my grandkids was in that. I can't believe my grandkids was in that kind of filth. I can't.
Stop. Hey, don't tell her to stop. These are her real, true feelings. She just saw what her grandchildren were staying and living in.
How can he live like that?
Hey, these are
Johnny.
her grandchildren, John. He just gets angry and blows a top.
I'm upset more than anybody here. They took my kids away for no reason.
I know that, Johnny. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
for that, but my house wasn't that bad.
I know your house wasn't that
But they
bad.
were spending time over here.
I used to be married to this man, and my house never looked like that because you kids meant more than me. That dang dirty house.
We need to get done, and I will get my kids back.
Calm down.
No, I'm not gonna calm down now.
Okay.
No.
He lets it build, and then it all comes out.
That's normal for him. He
Okay,
doesn't do anything.
Mary,
Well, because y'all pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because it was you that got my kids taken away.
And all the stuff I'm getting rid of. Well, more because you don't feel anything.
It's junk.
John, we know you're angry, and that's why I'm letting you vent, but at this point, you're not gonna get anywhere by yelling, okay? So I know it doesn't feel like he's really concerned about you, but he is. That's why he's angry. This anger is about hurt.
No, we tried to help clean up, and y'all didn't help the situation either. I mean, it's not just Manuel, it's you bringing your wine bottles and leaving them everywhere. I mean, there's a trash can for a reason. It's just endless when nobody else helps. This is me and John still. I know that you're your grandkids. I know you love them, but them taken away because of this house and because of our house, because Manuel stored his there, was the last straw. I know y'all love the kids, but if Manuel doesn't get this cleaned up, then the kids aren't allowed over here anymore.
I don't want to be here. You know, I just want to die. I still do want to die.
She tells me that she has overdosed on more than 40 pain relievers. I have to call an ambulance.
Just so much and everything's going good.
We're giving him a break, letting him process what just happened. Hopefully, at some point, we can get his home finished. Liz trying to commit suicide, it really opened his eyes, and he had a change.
I had to be a new person, but I couldn't do it alone. Everybody helped out.
We're at John and Janellen's. We have the whole family here. We're going to show them these rooms that we've created for the children. This is what it's all about.
It's good, man. They did a good job.
In these two kids' rooms, we had a lot of work to do. We had cleaners, painters, maids, drywall people, everyone come and restore these rooms so they're safe, functional, and fun for children.
That's nice.
Oh, heck, those kids will love this. Look at that. The kids having a proper place to sleep, a clean room, I think that'll help John and Janellen's CPS case. Wow. We can have Thanksgiving over here. We can have the kids over here and let them play. Everybody sit down like we wanted all the time. I can't wait for Liz to come see it. She's gonna get all excited. I think my hoarding affected her a lot more than I realized. I like what I see. This is the way it's gonna stay too.
Aftercare is going to be critical for him, not only to address his ongoing compulsive hoarding issues, but to address the family issues.
We're really proud of you, and we didn't expect you to give up so much.
Those kids are worth it. They're worth it. I love them very much. And you guys. I'm glad I reached out for help. It changed my life completely.
My name is Shanna. I can definitely handle dirt. I don't have a problem with that.
My name is Will, and Shanna is my sister-in-law. When I walked in for the first time, it was like a shock. Every nook, every cranny was just filled with disgust. It was a horror show. There was an anonymous neighbor who looked over the fence and saw the outside and wanted it cleaned up and turned her in.
I'm Sean, and Shanna is my sister. I don't think anything would honestly change if it wasn't for the city posting a thing on the door.
I'm Nola, Shanna's sister. The citation was addressed to Shanna, but she gave it to me to deal with. I do not know how to deal with a situation of this magnitude.
Shanna's been living dirty for a long time. But the hoarding, really kicked in when she moved in with my mom. It was like 2 hoarders in a pod.
It was already very cluttered.
It was 2 people hoarding instead of 1. That's when the house started becoming the disaster it is today.
The main problem was she did away with garbage service. And the only problem with that is, what are you gonna do with the garbage?
I've offered to bring over a U-Haul and do dump runs, but she said she wanted to go through everything first.
Just put that over there.
And when I say everything, I mean every bag of garbage. It ended up being a fight. She didn't end up letting me help.
I think that house very well contributed to my mom's death. Maybe she'd be alive today if she hadn't been living in that environment.
Shanna didn't react too good when my mom died because her and my mom were close. You know, losing somebody takes a lot out of a person.
I think it's hard because we lived together and our lives were entwined with one another. I don't know, I just miss that.
Shanna has been abandoned and isolated due to Mom's death. Shanna says she's okay. I think it's affected her a lot.
The conditions are bad. Feces everywhere, garbage everywhere. Smells horrible. I think smelling a corpse would be easier than smelling that.
I'm Matt Paxton. I'm an extreme cleaning specialist. So we've got junk guys on half of the yard. We've got bio guys on the other side of the yard.
Walk around.
My question to you is, are we going to check every single one of these expiration dates, or do we let it all go? Because
well, I mean, a lot of this stuff has never even been opened.
I'm Dr. Robin Sazio. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist, and I specialize in OCD and compulsive hoarding.
Knowing the contaminants and all the stuff that's in the air, do you really want to be putting this stuff in your body?
Okay, really? I guess let it go.
All right.
It's a little bit mangled here, but
it hasn't even been refrigerated.
It's still perfectly good. I could still eat it. This has never been opened.
This is covered in mold.
It might be a little bit moldy because I don't have a freezer.
So you're gonna eat moldy bread?
No, I'm gonna pick the mold up.
We're starting to hit her anxiety. The hoarder in her is coming out.
Just some of that stuff I just got from the food bank. Some of it is expired, yes. Most of it probably is.
Shanna, the problem is it's not good
usable food. Just because you got it 2 weeks ago doesn't mean that it's good.
Well, some of it's never been opened.
But the problem is it's all on the outside of the container. So when you pick it up, you're handling it, and then you touch other things, and then it cross-contaminates. We started with a biohazard crew.
No, I understand that.
99% of the time, the biohazard crew comes on the final day when we've cleaned up. Okay? This is the first time in hoarder history I've ever suited up. No matter how many times we try to explain to her, there are contaminants in the air. There's cross-contamination going on. The outside of the cans are touching fecal matter, urine, black mold. It's not safe. She's not getting it.
I'm not going to bring in those salad blends in a container, never been opened, to waste it.
There's fecal matter all over this house. I would not eat a salad that had poop on it.
Well, I'm still hell-bent.
You know, the past few days have been really intense, very emotional, very difficult. All the processing in the world is not helping her. What seems to have happened is in living with Mom, as Mom's functioning started to decline, as the house started to decline, she rolled with the changes and she didn't question it. This is unfortunately the perfect storm. I've made a professional opinion that she's not capable of living alone. Not because she is a compulsive hoarder, it's because cognitively, she can't live alone. We've got to figure out a plan B. I think we've determined that this isn't going to work anymore. Nola has agreed that you can stay at her house for a short period of time until we can get some resources, and I'm going to turn it over to your therapist to continue the process once I'm gone.
I thought I'd be coming back to live, and I won't be.
I think we all have hunches. How bad is it?
Have to strip everything down to the studs.
Everything down?
Everything down. Nothing is salvageable.
How much do you think it would cost?
Money-wise, about $150,000.
If we just bulldozed it and built a new home,
you could build this home for about $145,000. A brand new home would be less than trying to save this.
You're going to be staying with Nola. We've connected with the county social services. We were able to get support from her therapist, who is going to look into transitional housing and assured us that she would not be homeless.
you're an awesome lady. You need to be in a place that's going to help you with your needs. Obviously, the house is uninhabitable. Family's going to focus on getting the house sold as is so they can maximize any assets that they have, and that money will go towards keeping Shanna in a proper home. And this family can go back to actually living with you and celebrating it being a family and not just taking care.
I thank you for just letting us come in here and clean and getting you out of here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
And we love you.
Yes, we do. Very much. It's definitely a happier ending than I was expecting. My sister's gonna get some help and brought our family closer together because we were pretty distant for a long time.
There we go.
I love you.
I love you too.
Oh.